The quote is from Nietzsche in The House of Pain is, "And we are chained together in this house of pain, searching for our truths beyond good and evil." The story of Beyond Good and Evil began in 1989. Mark Twight had also noticed the possibility of a line there, and he said, let's go and have a look. So we came back up in November of 1989 for the first attempt on the climb. And that night we were in the old refuge at the Plan de l'Aiguille, and we had the radio on, listening to rap music and things like that, and then suddenly the music stopped and the announcement was, the Berlin Wall is finished. And it was a great moment, actually. I really felt the excitement of that moment. And we saying, great, it's an omen, it means we're going to climb our wall. And maybe we might have called it something to do with the Berlin Wall if we'd have climbed it the next day. Anyway, the next day we started, we did all the bottom pitches, which I'd already soloed in any case. We climbed into the groove. Mark fell about 8 meters because the ice was so thin, he just like went with it, but managed to get back on and finish it. And I finished out of the groove to the bit before it goes right. Very hard lead because it was very thin ice. And then we thought, okay, we're too slow, forget it, we can't do this. We rappel down. And that began like 2 years of attempts. Waiting for good weather. Every autumn, the ice would start, and then the foam wind would destroy it. Every spring, it would start to develop, and then it would get too hot and fall down. In between times, winter didn't happen because winters were too cold for that ice to form. We could never imagine it becoming really thick with ice. We were worried about it might completely disappear.
It's different attempts, and there's actually 3 here. I believe this, when he's in the red, all red and yellow, was when we finally did it. If you're going first, you don't know, okay, it's possible, therefore we'll do it because we don't know if it will ever be better.
Bien sûr. There was no guarantee. We weren't quite sure. So we thought we might, if we don't do it, we might lose the climb again.
And both the first ones, it just took too long. We thought we could do it in 1 day.
D'accord.
And then the climbing was hard enough that it was slow, and this level of climbing we were not able to do by headlamp. So on the 3rd attempt, we said, all right, we take a big pack for the second guy, and we commit to Jumars, and we'll go until we finish this time. From the bottom, you look and you see, that's just the perfect line. You go and it's or dunk, and everything falls down. So we never placed a single ice screw because the ice was never, this thick or good quality.
quand tu as dessiné la fameuse traversée, le billet, le relais avec la tête de mort,
Oui.
c'est que c'est un endroit qui était quand même très impressionnant pour toi ou c'était intoxication?
For sure, with Skull and Crossbones, this was absolutely terrifying because it's quite steep and very loose. And you couldn't put the belay in a protected place. So if the leader, he takes a big block, then Andy is dead.
Justement, à la limite, les têtes de mort ou le style un peu provocateur de Marc, moi, ça donnait envie d'aller voir comment c'était sur le terrain. J'avais observé les conditions pendant plusieurs jours, une dizaine de jours. Je ne savais pas avec qui partir dans cette entreprise. Donc elle n'avait pas été répétée, elle avait une part de mystère et c'est ça qui était attirant.
C'était vraiment un projet de François, il m'a appelé et j'en étais vraiment super heureux. Et quand on est parti, on voyait les têtes de mort, la traversée A3 et tout, on s'est dit mais putain ça doit être l'enfer. On avait pris tous les coinceurs, toutes les broches, le marteau, les pitons, comme si on allait ouvrir une voie, je sais pas, dans le Yosemite ou What Happened. On avait plutôt de la bonne glace, donc on passait les longueurs après les longueurs dans le dièdre, mais du coup on avait très peur de ce qui se passait au-dessus, donc on se disait mais au-dessus ça va être l'enfer.
On n'avait pas rencontré les têtes de mort. On les avait vues uniquement sur le topo, mais pas dans la voie.
Well, I remember going, but it's not the same route. And there was a part of me that said, okay, it's not the same, and this makes, and now 20 years later, I think, man, they probably still had an incredible experience. And the story of the topo and a bit of confrontation, it's part of this period in Chamonix.
À partir du moment où une voix est répétée, il y a forcément une sorte de démystification. Ça peut lancer entre guillemets une mode.
On en parle, on fait des photos. Deuxième partie de l'histoire, on met une couche supplémentaire à la construction du mythe.
Du mythe, yes. If young climbers today find this route worthy to do and attractive, and they go and they have a strong experience there, then we have done something good.
Parce que Beyond, c'est pas devenu une classique en fait, c'est devenu une voie de référence.
It's different, yes, I understand.
It's very different.
Yes.
Et tous les grimpeurs qui grimpent en mixte, en glace, ont envie, ont besoin d'aller se confronter à cette référence pour se situer dans l'histoire de la grimpe.
Oui.
Et donc ça reste une voie de référence. Dans nos vies d'alpinistes, on gravit beaucoup de sommets, on grimpe beaucoup de voies, des difficiles, des pas difficiles. Et puis il y a quelques moments qui restent. Je me souviens très très bien des émotions que je ressentais en répétant la voie. Et voilà, ça fait partie de ces voies qui restent ancrées en soi pour toute sa vie d'alpiniste.
C'était vraiment une voie fantastique, voire fantasmatique. C'est vraiment une super ligne.
Experiences that, made me as a man. Climbing for me was always a bridge, a way to become a better or more capable man, to test myself, learn of myself, quite in line with Nietzsche's philosophy of overcoming man to become the overman or superman.
Fais gaffe, Marion.
For me now, painting puts me in contact with my climbs, and I've learnt such a lot about climbing through painting. It doesn't belong to me anymore, that climb. It did at one time, and I think climbs belong to the first ascensionists as long as they're not repeated. When they are repeated, even if not very much, then it becomes other people's property because they have their experience as well, the same climb, don't they? Like I said, I compare it to a painting or a sculpture. You know, while you're making it, the artist, it's yours. No one else has seen it, no one's interested. And then maybe you sell it, and then it goes on and lives somewhere else, which is good. It's good. Because you can't stock all these things. We can't keep them and say, so yeah, what will replace that? Where can I go now? I like that involvement of spending a lot of time creating an expedition out of it, even here in Chamonix. I've got new route ideas in this very area, you know, who knows when I'll be back again.
I could apologize after 20 years for this, but
congratulations.
In the time?
Congratulations, because it's the beginning of this story. No, it was perfect.